everyone, it's Ann. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at another unusual deck, kind of different out of the norm. It's called the Music Oracles. And it is 50 cards. There's 50 cards, and it says Creative and Life Inspiration from Great Musicians. It's in a hard case box. Here's the top, the back. And it's published, it's been out for about a year, exactly a year. It says August 2019. We're in August 2020. And it's by Laurence King Publishing and written by Stephen Ellcock. So it's basically different musicians, and they're not quote by the musician, but they're inspired by them, is what it says. None of the advice is directly quoted from the artist, but it has been inspired by them. Okay, so here's the back, the side, front, top, bottom, hard case box. There's no thumb hole, so you kind of have to pull it apart, and there's a vacuum. So there's nice red lining. It does have a thin, colorful, glossy pamphlet, and then the cards sit in the bottom, and this is the cardboard. Okay, so that's that. And the cards are not gilded. This is the card stock. The size of the cards are like oracle card size, so they're larger than the traditional tarot cards. So they're a little taller and then that much wider than the traditional tarot cards, just to give you an idea of size. The card stock is not that great. It's paper, like paper thin, not, you know, on the flimsy side, but and it's sort of bent when it came. Not too bad. I bent it the other way, but and they're in alphabetical order by the last name is how they came. So there's like a the picture of the artist, and then it has the name, and then a little quote from them. Okay. And there's different symbols of each, and I saw it in the guidebook. I'll go over it when we go through the guidebook, but let's just take a quick look at the cards. So the first card is Ludwig van Beethoven, Beyonce, Hildegard von Bingen. Do I need to go in a little more? Alright. I don't know how to pronounce that. Bjork. I don't know all of the musician. David Bowie, James Brown, Kate Bush, John Cage, Maria Callas. Let me go in a little tighter. Johnny Cash, Nick Cave, Cher, Kurt Cobain, Leonard Cohen, John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Bob Dylan, Ella Fitzgerald, Lady Gaga, Marvin Gaye, Debbie Harry, PJ Harvey, Jimi Hendrix, Billie Holiday, Grace Jones, Janis Joplin, Kendrick Lamar, John Lennon, Madonna, Miriam Makeba. I'm not familiar with her. Bob Marley, Freddie Mercury, Johnny Mitchell, Dolly Parton, Edith Piaf. I'm not familiar with her either. Iggy Pop, Elvis Presley, Prince. I love Prince. I love that purple. Lou Reed, Keith Richards, Diana Ross, Shakira, Ravi Shankar, Nina Simone, Frank Sinatra, Patti Smith, Bruce Springsteen, Barbra Streisand, Tina Turner, Amy Winehouse is the last one. So here's the backs one more time. And I want to take a look at the guidebook. So see how it has the sunglass symbol, which represents the attitude. This bottle represents lifestyle, and the musical note is the represents inspiration. So for example, the glass is attitude. So under Ludwig Beethoven, the attitude is a wrong note is insignificant, playing without passion is inexcusable. So that's next to the symbol for attitude. And then the lifestyle is listen, destiny is knocking at your door. And then the inspiration is conduct a symphony in silence. So for each artist, you get all three keys: the attitude, the lifestyle, and the inspiration. So that's pretty cool. So let's try another one. Like for Beyonce, the lifestyle, the attitude is confidence can be the most powerful aphrodisiac. The lifestyles be both everywhere and nowhere at once. And then the musical note, which is the inspiration. When someone sings from the heart, don't go tone deaf. So, very neat if you're a big fan of musical artists. So this type of deck has this a couple different series. Like they have, this one is musical oracles. There's like success, there's like love, a couple different ones. So I have a couple other ones coming in the next day or two. So I'll do that as well. So you can see, like if you're not into music or music artists, you may like the success. I think the success one, they have people like Oprah and other successful people, and then there's a love one. So I think it'll be interesting to see. Let's take a close-up of the guidebook really quick. So basically there's just a color picture of the artist, and then a paragraph. Like for Ludwig van Beethoven, it says, ask anyone to name the archetype artistic genius, and chances are they will say Ludwig van Beethoven. This is hardly surprising. Okay, so it's not like in a traditional typical tarot card where it tells you the meaning. In this book, that's why I call it more like a pamphlet. It's actually giving you a little history or background of the artists themselves. So that's interesting. So on the card, it tells you those three keys: the lifestyle, inspiration, that's inspired by the artist, and then in the pamphlet, it tells you a little bit about that artist. So that's interesting. So if you don't know like all of the artists, let's pick a popular one. So for example, Elvis, it says, Elvis is where pop begins. A beautiful, insolent young man celebrating freedom, ready to do anything or go anywhere, pausing for the occasional apology and regret, but then hustling on towards an exhilarating new world, an explosion of raw attitude, sexual abandon, and cultural vandalism, yet process of an ineffable grace and unearthly charisma. Elvis gave a colorless, gray, and worn-out world something it did not realize it needed. He and his contemporaries took black music and white music and transformed them into a brand new, liberating art form, introducing the beat to everything: music, clothes, language, and dreams, and changing the world forever. So it has not only the name, but it has where they're from, like United States, and then the year they're born and the year of their death. So that's pretty cool. A little bit of a history of the artist. So I don't know too many of the musical artists. So so that's good to know. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy that. It's a little different than the usual norm tarot cards, but for those of us who collect cards, and especially if you like music artists, I think it's kind of something different and unusual to take a look at anyway. So I hope you enjoyed that quick flip through. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye.